Hello, and welcome to this Miklix video where I'm going to show you how to defeat the boss called Romina, Saint of the Bud in Church of the Bud in Elden Ring. As you probably know, bosses in Elden Ring are divided into 3 tiers. From lowest to highest, field bosses, greater enemy bosses and finally demigods and legends. Romina, Saint of the Bud is in the highest tier, legendary bosses, and is found in the Church of the Bud in the Land of Shadow. She is a mandatory boss and must be defeated in order to progress the main story of the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion. During my exploration of the Land of Shadow, I came across a church and figured I could go inside for a rest and a few moments of quiet contemplation, but unfortunately this particular church was already occupied by a rather strange creature by the name of Romina. She looks like a mix between a human woman with wings, a centipede, and a scorpion. I'm not entirely sure how that mix happened, but I'm starting to get an idea of what kind of freaky parties they throw at this church. I bet they even invite hippos. Certainly not an appropriate place for quiet contemplation before I do some cleaning up. At first sight, she reminded me of a certain Chaos Witch boss from a spiritual predecessor to this game, but her fighting style fortunately turned out to be very different. She's fast and agile and will stack up Scarlet Rot really quickly, but other than that I didn't find her to be a particularly difficult boss, especially because she is quite squishy and takes damage quickly compared to some other bosses in the Land of Shadow. I particularly used the weapon art on the Rivers of Blood to stack up blood loss on her, which worked very well. She will sometimes float up into the air, making her unreachable from melee range. When she does that, she's usually about to either do a big area of effect attack, or about to come crashing down, so it's best to make sure to be somewhere else unless you want to be infected with Scarlet Rot and poked with a scorpion stinger in quick succession, and you probably don't. And now for the usual boring details about my character. I play as a mostly Dexterity build. My melee weapons are the Rivers of Blood and the Uchigatana with keen affinity. I was level 221 in Scadutree Blessing 18 when this video was recorded, which I think is reasonable for this boss. I'm always looking for the sweet spot where it's not mind-numbing easy mode, but also not so difficult that I will be stuck on the same boss for hours. Anyway, this is the end of this Romina, Saint of the Bud video. Thanks for watching. Check out the YouTube channel or Miklix.com for more videos. You could even consider being completely awesome by liking and subscribing. Until next time, have fun and happy gaming!